was 50 years ago when my mother and my father began an unforgettable journey. I was just 7 months old when they moved deep into the jungles of Papua. We made our home among a small tribal group known as the Sawi. My dad learned the language, my mom treated the sick, all with the purpose of telling them about Jesus. But the people did not respond. The Sawi were headhunters. They were cannibals. They lived in a constant state of war. As time passed, we began to lose hope that the gospel would take root. My parents were faced with a decision. Finally, Dad explained to the Sawi that if they kept on fighting, we could no longer stay. But the Sawi were desperate to keep us around. So they finally agreed to make peace with each other. In order for that to happen, each Sawi village gave an infant, a baby boy, to their enemies. And this child became known as the Peace Child. It was through this unexpected exchange, buried deep in their culture, that my parents were given a perfect opportunity to share the gospel with the Sawi, to explain to them that God sent His very own Peace Child, Jesus, to make peace with us. It's been 50 years since that day, and we're very anxious to see how the Sawi are doing. It's fairly early in the morning on June 23rd, and everybody's still asleep. And this is the day. I'm on my way. I was up pretty late last night making sure that I had everything I needed. And I hope I haven't forgotten anything. I got quite a few gifts for people. I think I'm set to go. It's been almost 25 years now since I've been there. I don't know how much things have changed. It's possible that a lot of the people that I know are no longer alive. But I think some of my friends will still be there, and it's going to be an amazing reunion with them. Joining my two brothers, Shannon and Paul. My dad just turned 77, and this is his first time back in many, many years. So for our family, for my brothers and my dad and I, this is the trip of a lifetime.
So now we climb, all we do is climb, and we'll just keep on climbing until the day we die, until the day that 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 we die.
These are Kaigar tribesmen from upriver, and they're the ones who actually paddled our family in on this very river. And three of these guys were actually the actual paddlers from that time. I couldn't believe this.
He's so proud because he said we gave them to the Sawi.
Yeah, they're real proud because they said they gave up their mom and dad and gave them to the Sawi, their enemy tribe. Yeah.
Her father was one of the paddlers, and he died, so she's taking his place.
She's taking his place.
These two women are the daughters of the paddlers who brought mom and dad. And they have their weapons in their canoes here to reenact the fact that they brought their weapons because they were heading into enemy territory.
So each person is here with a meaning. There's symbolism in each person's presence on this little flotilla of three canoes.
Just to taking us to the same place where we landed.
Yeah, to the very same spot.
Typically, you wouldn't hear someone say, "It's great to see so many old people." Disease took its toll. Death from warfare took its toll. But now to come back and see that there are just throngs among the crowds of people with gray hair and old enough that they have trouble walking along the trail, that's a special joy.
So they've reached out and they've invited, I think, 5 tribes around them. So they're making themselves a base because something really significant happened among them. And it seems like this has been implanted in the hearts of the Sawi, that they aren't meant to just sit around enjoying Christ and getting fat and happy. The whole point is to reach out and share it with others. So they're doing that. We're seeing it in action.
He's explaining he's from a remote village, and after the Bible was translated, someone brought the scriptures to him, and he believed. Isaac. He's taken a Christian name called Isaac.
They really rolled out the red carpet. Hundreds and hundreds of people from 5 different tribes were here. And for me, the emotion was just overwhelming. I think one of the things that struck me maybe the most was how many people grabbed my hand or gave me a hug, often with tears in their eyes, and said that they had been my close friend or playmate when I was little. And I was surprised how many of the older people are still alive who actually witnessed my parents' arrival. So it's amazing to see the legacy of God's grace through my parents in their obedient step of faith 50 years ago.